at Snow College. We are so excited to welcome you to campus. Every week, we get 1 week closer. We are meeting and getting things ready. The campus is we're getting new carpet in our building. So all of those fun things happening in the summer are going on right now. And we're getting ready to welcome you to start this next chapter here at Snow. So just as a reminder, we will leave time for questions and answers. Also, we have been recording our previous sessions, both in Spanish and in English. So you can always find those on our YouTube page. And I'm going to ask that someone put that in the chat. So if you missed one of our sessions, go back to our YouTube page and check that out. We want to make sure you have as much information as you need as you get ready to travel here. Also, quick reminder, we're going to be doing these. We're doing these every single week. One of the things that I think really helps students is getting the chance to see faces, become familiar with them, and making sure that you have a chance to ask questions. So today we're going to be talking specifically about like registration, classes, how to meet with your academic advisor. Just as a heads up, if you're not following us on Instagram, please do. We post all of these updates on Instagram. We're sending emails. Next week, we are going to be talking about banking, payment plans. So that's a really good opportunity to bring family members in or sponsors, anyone who's helping you with payments. We would love to see them in the meeting because that allows us, or it allows them to hear from us directly about what it's going to look like. How do you pay tuition? How do you open a bank account? Some students choose to open a bank account, some don't. We're going to talk about the benefits of opening one and then maybe why you wouldn't want to. And then we will have a mandatory, this is coming up on July 29th and July 31st. There are going to be mandatory international pre-arrival info sessions. We are dealing with immigration. We are dealing with prepping for an orientation that's going to start in August. We will send out emails, but please put that on your calendar. If you don't come to any other info sessions, we need you there, particularly because things are a little crazy right now. Embassies, US embassies have been closed or have put a pause. So we know students are still kind of challenged getting visa interviews. So we want to let you know what the most current information is as of the end of this month, and then give you tips for travel. So as you get ready, we're going to send things like, we can talk about like packing lists. What do you need to bring with you? Again, we send these things in an email, but I think it's a good idea to have them, to hear them as well. I would like everyone in the office that's on today to just come unmute, introduce yourself, explain what you do. I know you've probably done it before, but I like students to be able to see our faces. And then after everyone's introduced themselves, I'm turning the time over to Chris, who is our recruiter, our admissions specialist, and he is going to be handling today's webinar. So let's start with Diana. Diana, you go first, and then Noe, and then Chris.
I knew it. Hi, everyone. For those of you that maybe came on Tuesday's info session, my name is Diana Montaño. I work here in the CGE, as Becky has mentioned. My title is Head of International Student Services. So basically what that means is if you ever need help with figuring out payment plans, understanding your I-20, immigration stuff, OPT, CPT, which we'll talk about that when you guys arrive. So we're all here to help you in different ways, but we also know a little bit about everything. So you can always find an answer with us. So thank you for being here.
Hi, my name is Noe Swenson, and I help admissions. Everybody received the I-20s from me, and mainly help the insurance too. Okay, we are so excited to have you next month. Thank you.
Excellent. Well, hello, everybody. My name is Chris Flom, and I am the international recruiter for Snow College. If you've sent in questions to WhatsApp or international.snow.edu, there's a good chance that I'm the one responding to you guys, answering questions. But I work with an amazing team, Noe, Diana, Becky, they all jump in and help out as well. So we really are a team, a family here in the Center for Global Engagement. I am super excited to talk with you guys today about many different things. Like Becky mentioned, some questions you may have on registration. How do I kind of set up my schedule? Even talking about academic advisors, looking at a calendar. How do I plan for things in the future? So we got a lot of great things lined up today. As was mentioned earlier by Becky, if you do have questions right now, go ahead and throw those in the chat. And my colleague, my team here will help answer those and monitor those questions. And really, this time is for you. There are no wrong questions, there are no bad questions. It could be possible that a question that you ask may have to do with payments and setting up a payment plan. We'll go ahead and let you know, hey, you know what? That's an excellent question, but we're actually going to be talking about that next week. So we'll kind of keep you informed. And really, we encourage you as you get ready to come here to the US and to join us at Snow College, check your emails, check Instagram. Make sure you're checking your Snow College email. A lot of good information will be sent there. But if there's no questions to get started, let's go ahead. We're going to move right through it. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. Let me do that really quickly here. So first off, as you guys maybe remember from last week and the prior weeks, as we start diving deeper and deeper into getting ready for your arrival here at Snow College, a lot of things that we do will start at your My.Snow. So that's your My.Snow.edu. You log in and you're going to have a screen similar to this. It may not look exact, but it will definitely be similar. Now, for some of you, as you get ready to join Snow College, one thing to be mindful of, we talk about registration, getting ready for that. As your first semester, getting ready for your first semester, your academic advisor is going to help you with that. So it'll look a little bit different, but it's good to know, well, how do I contact my academic advisor? How do I know who's over the program that I'm going to be studying? We're going to explain that and show you how to find that information. So first off, as you go to your My.Snow, you'll come up to a page that may look similar to this. Maybe you've already gone in and customized it a little bit. But what we're looking for is down towards the bottom. Okay. Well, how do I set up an appointment with my advisor? How do I go to this academic advising center that you've talked about? Well, easy enough. You just come down towards the bottom, right here in the middle, your academic advising appointment. You can click on that to schedule an appointment. I'll show you that in a minute here. Also, you have the Academic Advising Center right over here on the right side, Academic Advising Center. Now, you'll notice I have my links up top here. These are things that are favorites. Well, what if I don't want to keep searching through these links, these web pages? How do I get everything set up here? Let me actually even go back one page. When you first log into your My.Snow, you'll come down and you'll have your quick links right here. This is where you can start your quick links and see, okay, well, this is what I've already got set up. Maybe prematurely it's ready to go for you. But how do I see everything that I can access? This is where you click on View All. Now from here, these are all the links that you can set up. As we were just talking about, you kind of scroll, you find what you want. But how do I get that on my quick link so that I don't have to come here and scroll every time? Well, you can favorite the link. Simply, if you want to click next to the left in this box there, and let's say I also want to have that in there because I want whatever I want to see. If I go back now in my quick links, I'll be able to see various times advising appointments there. Well, I want to go in and make my appointment. Well, we're going to get to that in just a moment. But first, we want to take a look at the Academic Advising Center. So I'm going to go ahead. I've already opened that up. When you click on the Academic Advising Center link, it has a lot of helpful and useful information for you to access. Number one, scheduling an appointment. This is where you come to schedule and set up a time to meet with your academic advisor. Also, your degree requirements. A lot of people want to know, what classes do I need to take for my degree so I can either complete it as quickly as possible or make sure that I know that I'm on track for graduation. Also, you have your forms. How do I add classes, drop classes, etc.? That'll be found in the forms. Now, don't worry, we are going to go through each one of these tabs, just kind of get you familiar with and understand where to find basic information. A couple of things that I really wanted to share before we dive into it. Preparing to meet your advisor. There's a reason why it's highlighted here in blue. It works best if you and your advisor work together. The relationship between you as the student and your academic advisor will be strongest if you are prepared and ready to go for that meeting. Well, what does that mean? Let's take a look at some of the student responsibilities. Okay. Number one, a few things I'm going to highlight today, but be sure you read all the student responsibilities. To the right, you'll have your advisor's responsibilities, what they're going to do and what they're going to be prepared to help you with as you meet with them. But for you, number one, prepare for and keep your advising appointment. If you take the time to set up an appointment to meet with your advisor, make sure you prepare. You have your questions, write them down, put them on your phone. Whatever helps you keep things organized, make sure when you go into that meeting, you have an agenda of sorts of things that you would like to talk about. When you make that appointment, be sure to show up. These advisors have many students who want to meet with them. If you take an appointment and don't show up, that's basically, for whatever reason, that's basically preventing another student maybe who needs to go in and meet with their advisor. Now, we understand that things come up. Perhaps you have work, or maybe you have class, or something like that. You weren't feeling good. You can cancel your academic appointment. The second thing, you want to make sure that you take an active part. When you have these academic advising appointments, this is not the time to be quiet or to not ask questions. You want to make sure you're active. You ask the questions that you have. If something doesn't make sense, that's the perfect time to ask your academic advisor about your degree plan, about how long it may take you, about which classes you need to take so that you can get that degree. Make sure you ask those questions. Don't feel shy. Don't feel embarrassed if something doesn't make sense. This is the perfect time to talk with them. Write down your questions. If you're like me, sometimes you get into your appointment, you know you have questions, you thought about them while you're at your house, as you're driving over or walking over to meet with your academic advisor, you're thinking about these questions, and then you sit down, you meet with them, and your mind goes blank, right? It's happened to me. It may happen to you. I don't know. But find a way to write down those questions so you cover the things that you want to discuss. Also, if you come up with a plan, your academic advisor may come up with a plan to help you throughout that semester and throughout your journey at Snow College. Make sure you complete that plan. They take a lot of time to help you figure out what would work for you based on what you tell them that you're looking for. Follow through on that plan. Okay? Again, communicate with your advisor regularly. This is a service to you as a student. You can use it at the beginning. You can use it right now if you want to reach out to an academic advisor. You can, the point is, meet with them often, regularly. Talk to them. Okay. And then one key thing here is when you register for courses, you will register through the college scheduler. Now, right now, I'm not going to click on that simply because your first semester, you guys are going to have to talk with and work with your academic advisor so they can help you put together a schedule and make sure you get started on the right foot. Lastly, and we cannot say this enough, we've said it in every one of our meetings, every one of these info sessions, and I'm going to repeat it now. Be sure to check your email your Snow College email account regularly. Not only will you get information from our department's Center for Global Engagement, but you will also receive information, whether it's from housing, and maybe it's from the registrar, maybe it's from your academic advisor, maybe it's about activities on campus. Check your student email, your Snow College email. Make sure you're watching that. Oftentimes people will say, Chris, how often should I be checking that? I don't know. How good your memory, right? I would probably check it daily. That's just me. Similar to when I check my personal email, I look at that thing each and every day. Check your Snow College each and every day for your email, just for important information and updates. Okay? All right. Let's go ahead and go back. And again, if you guys have any questions right now as you listen to what we're talking about, please put those in the chat and we'll go ahead and answer those throughout our discussion today. So getting to how do I schedule an appointment? Well, let's go ahead and click on that. I want to schedule an appointment. Okay. You'll notice if you click on schedule an appointment, and you could either do it there, or let me jump back to your Snow College. I put it in my quick link, an advising appointment. Oh, I'll click on that. Guess what? It's the same thing. It's two different ways to access it, whichever one's easiest for you. If you want to put it in your favorites and your quick links, that's great. It'll pull you here. Or if you just go to that main site, you can do it there as well. Okay. So we're now on our scheduling an appointment. I want to talk to my advisor. I want to be ahead of the game. I want to make sure I start off on the right foot. So you come here and you say, all right, great. You'll notice first thing, we have our Ephraim as well as Richfield appointments. As you scroll down, you'll notice, oh my goodness, there's a lot of different individuals that I could talk to. A lot of different counselors here at Snow College to help you out. Okay? So that then invites the question, well, how do I know who am I supposed to talk to? Well, one thing you can do is use the search field. Search by your major. Okay? Let's just say I'm a math student. I've been in finance for close to 20 years as a financial advisor, stock trader, in previous work. Math, economics, finance, that's kind of my thing. So maybe I'm going to study math. Okay. So simply put in math. M-A-T-H. If I could spell, there we go. All right. And guess what? To make it easy for you, it pulls up a math student or your math advisor, right? Shauna Cole provides her contact information, her email, phone number. Pay attention to the campus. The majority of you will be on the Ephraim campus. There might be some who are on the Richfield campus, but when you schedule your academic advising appointment, you need to make sure you schedule with the person that's on your campus. Okay? Let's say I'm going to go into communications. Okay? I just type in communications, and guess what? Audrey is here on the Ephraim campus. Here's her email. Here's her phone number, her location. These are the majors that she helps work with: communications, English, foreign languages, history, etc. Now, let me just kind of give you an example here. If you were to go down and say, all right, I'm going to look at a couple of different campuses, you might say, oh, you know what? I'm in applied technologies, composites. Well, that is on our Richfield campus. That campus is about 45 minutes away. So if all your classes are here at Ephraim, you do not want to schedule an appointment with someone at the Richfield campus. Okay? You'll want to find someone on the Ephraim campus if this is where you're doing all your studying. All right. So again, if you have questions on how to schedule an appointment, how to find who's over my degree, what I'm studying, this is where you need to come to find that advisor so you can set up that appointment. And again, remember, to be successful, to get a good start, always come back to your responsibilities. Here at Snow College, we encourage you to make sure you're responsible and you follow through. So be prepared, make those appointments, keep those appointments, okay? If you're going to have to miss that appointment, please cancel. But be active. Take a part in this. This is your education that you're talking about. We want to help you be successful, but you have got to help yourself as well. So make sure you're active. Ask the questions that you have. Okay? Now, let's go ahead and go back to another question that people often have, and that is, well, I know what I want to study, but what classes do I need to take? In the Academic Advising Center, this is where you have your degree requirements as well. So if you click on degree requirements, you can break it down a couple of different ways. You can search once again by a degree. You can do it by a major, or you can kind of scroll through the various degrees that you can get or have access to the learning emphases here at Snow College. Okay? What I really like about this page, it also gives you worksheets for your Associate of Science or your Associate of Arts. But let me dig just a little bit deeper. Let's say right now you're a business major. You're studying business. That's what you want your focus to be on. So simply come down to business. It'll tell you right across here, hey, I can get a certificate in business, or I can actually get a degree, an associate's degree. If you click on business, it's going to then take you to information about the business degree, as well as we can get deeper down into the actual requirements. And as you click on that, it pulls up, hey, you know what? Your first semester as a freshman semester, these are the type of classes you'll need to take, okay? The credits that you need, and it can kind of just break things down for you, how many credits, what courses, what classes you will need to select and elect from, okay? Let me pause here. If anybody has questions, please put those in the chat. Noboe, Diana, myself, we're here to help. So please put any question that you have. But you'll see you can do this for pretty much any of the various degrees that you might be looking for. Maybe you're going into computer science. Okay, you like studying computers. This will go ahead and pull you. You need to start taking, kind of give you an idea of classes, class schedules that you can get together. And remember, who's going to help you with this? Who's going to help get you started on the right foot? That'll be your academic advisor. Okay? Now, a couple of things I want to mention is as you get here, and this is very, very important. Let's say when you first applied to Snow College that you wanted to study business. And then when you get here, you decide, you know what? I actually like medicine. I want to go into the nursing program. Keep in mind, whenever you make a change for your major, not only do you have to work with your academic advisor, but you must notify the Center for Global Engagement. We need to do what's required to update your I-20 so that it reflects the major that you are working for and towards. Okay? So keep that in mind. It's okay. Students from time to time will change their majors. Maybe they change their mind as they're going through taking classes. They start thinking, you know what? I actually like this a little bit more. So that's what I'm going to study instead. That is completely fine. But again, not only do you work with your academic advisor, but you also must notify the Center for Global Engagement so that we can do what we need to do so that your I-20 is accurate and up to date. Okay? So let's go ahead. I'm just checking a couple of things here. Let's jump into your academic calendar. This is something I think is very helpful, and hopefully as you guys take a look at it, and how do you find your academic calendar? Let me tell you what this is. So as you start planning for the future, planning what you're going to do for the week, for the month, planning your school schedule, maybe there's some free time. Maybe you want to take a little vacation around Utah or whatever, right? An academic calendar is a great way to kind of see what's going on So you know maybe this is a good week that I can go and get away, but maybe this isn't a good week. Maybe there's finals, maybe there's midterms. Keep yourself connected to Snow College. All you simply need to do is pull up a web browser, type in Snow College Academic Calendar. It'll pull up your academic calendar, and what you can do is basically when you click on it, you have access to your academic calendars, the 24 to 25 calendar year, which is quickly coming to a close, but the 25-26 calendar year, that is open. Okay, that's what our new academic calendar is. Let me go ahead and make sure we got that blown up for you guys so you can see it. It gives information at a very high level. Okay, with some information there. Starting with Monday the 18th, it talks about orientation. This is mandatory. We're going to go into this a little more detail on our mandatory sessions that we have. As Becky was indicating, there will be some mandatory sessions. We're going to go through this a little bit different. With international, you guys, if you're checking your emails, Noble A and the Center for Global Engagement is sending you when our, meaning the international students, dates need to be aware of, when you guys need to arrive, things of that nature. So keep watching your Snow College email, okay? But this really is just kind of give you an idea, let you know, okay, what day fall semester starts, last day to pay tuition and fees, holidays that we have. This is a holiday here in the United States, Labor Day. So there are no classes on that day, last day to drop classes, etc., etc. Kind of goes over when's break, so you can now plan for certain things. You'll notice this is August, this is September, October. It lets us know kind of when certain breaks are, where you're not going to have class. So that might be a good time to, schedule a little bit of free time, doing some activities for yourself. It'll let you know all different things, holidays again celebrated here in the US, final exams. You're going to want to make sure you have that on your calendar, when you're going to be taking your tests. So again, great way to kind of keep yourself connected to what's going on here at Snow College. Keep in mind, and I'm going to say it again, I'll say it multiple times today, check your student email. If there's ever changes, updates, modifications to what's here, we try our hardest to notify you through your student email. So please, students, make sure you're checking your emails. How often? If you're going to ask me, I'm going to tell you daily. If you're checking your regular personal accounts daily, you need to be checking your Snow College accounts daily. It takes just a few minutes to look and see what's going on. Okay? All right. Now, let me pause for one moment. I know it's a lot to absorb. There's a lot of questions maybe on your mind that you're thinking about. Please take a moment, put those in the chat as well. And I'll just kind of give you guys a moment, let things sink in before we move on just a little bit here. So go ahead, take a moment, throw some questions in there. Diana, Noble, we're all there to help out.
Chris, is it okay if I answer the question that Joaquin put on the chat?
I suppose. No, yeah, go for it. Absolutely.
Okay, so Joaquin put a really great question of so this is his question. Hi, what are the benefits of having earned the IB diploma, and which classes or credits can be validated at Snow College? So here at Snow College, if you are able to earn your IB diploma, how you are able to get some credits validated for that is you'll need to get your full diploma copy of that, as well as your transcripts of your IB diploma, and then send them to our office. Once you send them up to our office, it has to be an official copy. We will take it over to the registration office, and from there, the registrar, which is the person in charge of making sure like credits are transferable and all that stuff, they will make sure that your credits are great and valid. And from there, it might replace some of the credits that you are wondering. So for example, English 1010 sometimes works out. Also like some math courses. It just kind of depends on what your IB diploma and the scores you got. But overall, that is how the process works. And yes, you do need to submit the physical IB diploma to receive the credit. Unfortunately, our registrar needs to have an official copy of it. And so we know it's an official copy when we get it directly from the IB office and it's sealed. Then we know that it hasn't been tampered with. And so that is one way that you can get your IB diploma certified and valid for credits here at Snow College. Unfortunately, if you have an IB certificate, we do not have the qualifications to validate those credits, but if you do have an IB diploma, we do have access to validate those.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Deanna. I appreciate that. And then we'll let them go ahead and respond to those questions. So kind of keep an eye on the time. We'll keep moving forward a little bit, but you guys have some great questions. And again, as more questions come to your mind, please, please, please put those in the chat and we'll keep going. All right, so let's go ahead back, do a quick refresher. So let's say I just logged into Snow College and you know what? I know that Chris was talking about this awesome academic advising center where I can see how to schedule an appointment, the degree requirements, forms, but how do I get that? I just can't remember. When you go to your My Snow, you can come down to your quick links. And you might be looking there and you'll say, oh, you know what? I don't see it here. What do I do? Well, click View All. Pretty simple. And then you'll come down, and what I would suggest is clicking on the Advising Center, or even better, if you want to go ahead and bookmark it or save it to your favorites, to your My Links, just click to the left there, and the Advising Center will now be in your My Links. So when I first log into My Snow, oh, guess what? I have my appointment. If I want to schedule an appointment, right there, nice and easy, or the Advising Center, right there, nice and easy as well. Just click on that. It brings me right back to where we were. Okay? And this is an easy way to kind of get things set up. Again, you don't have to do this. It's just you customize it the way that you would like to. And it's actually pretty easy to go from there. So just make sure it's user-friendly and make sure you have it the way that you want it set up. So now we've talked about scheduling an appointment, degree requirements. Let's go ahead and talk about a few of the forms that might be important to you throughout your time here at Snow College. So as we click on the forms, a few of the forms, these are advising forms, right? A few of the forms that you are going to be probably familiar with would be your add card, drop card. What does that mean? Well, what if I want to add a class to my schedule? What if I need to drop a class from my schedule? Click that link, submit the form. Again, I would encourage you always to talk to your academic advisor. Let them know what you're doing, the classes you're adding, the classes you're dropping, so that any plans that you guys have made together, that you guys are both on the same page. Okay? Also, major changes. Let's say I decide I'm in business. That's how I started and applied to Snow College, but now I want to go into pre-medicine. Okay, that's great. Again, fill out the form, change your status, your major change. But two things we need to do, remember. One, talk with your academic advisor. They need to be on the same page with you. That may require a new plan. There might be different classes you need to take for that new major. So it's always good to be aware of that. But also make sure you talk to the Center for Global Engagement. We also need to make sure we take care of things here on our end so that your I-20 is up to date. Okay? You'll also find things in here on your forms here about meal plans, how to cancel those, housing, all those types of things, transcript requests. I mean, a lot of different things here. that are eligible to you as forms here at Snow College. And really, you just click on it, fill out the form, submit it. It's pretty simple. Okay. All right, let's go back a page here. A couple other things that I would say here. You can also find your academic calendar right here. Okay, so a link to the academic calendar. Also, financial aid, housing. Maybe I got questions about housing. Okay, great. Go here, gives you information, move in, move out, etc. So the last thing that I like to go over is any tuition, fees, financial aid, and other important dates just to keep in mind and be aware of during your time here at Snow College. Okay? So this is a really great resource. We're going to encourage you to get familiar with using your My.Snow account. Again, how often should you be logging in? If you're asking Chris, I'm going to tell you once a day. Once a day, once a day, once a day. Look at that, check for updates, make it be a habit, something that you just do each and every day. Okay? How do I find information? Maybe pay my tuition, find out, schedule appointments at the testing center. That's all here in your quick links, okay? Questions about financial aid, etc. Student jobs, all those things. Get this set up and customized the way you want it. If there's something there that you don't, or that you want to make sure that you have quick access to, click on the little box to the left and set that up so it's permanently in your quick links. Okay? All right. Now, as Becky said, we wanted to go through this information, and I know we go through it a little bit quickly. Again, that's why we give you the opportunity for questions, answers. So I'm going to turn the time back to you guys for anything that we've talked about today, whether it's the academic advising, how to schedule your appointments, how do I find who I need to meet with? You know what? Maybe I'm in music, right? Boom, there you go. Well, I've got someone here I can talk to. Katie, let me set up some times, etc. Um, maybe I'm studying, I don't know, pre-med, I don't know, we'll just say engineering since it's right there. Engineering advisors, there you go. Individuals that you can talk to as well. Okay. These are the various disciplines that they work with: chemical engineering, civil engineering, computer, electrical, environmental. And then also you got some other ones over here. They're broken out to help you guys as best they can schedule those appointments with them. Okay. Remember, if you happen to be down on the Richfield campus, you'll want to reach out to the phone number here to schedule an appointment. Some of these people, or some of these advisors, they will be listed here, and you can even filter by campus. Oh, I just want to see who's at Richfield campus. Well, there's your advisors right there. Who's at the Ephraim campus? Well, all the rest of them. Okay. So, anyway, quick questions or any questions that you have right now, please put them in the chat. Noble, Diana, and I, we're standing by to answer those questions. So we're going to turn the time over to you guys now for the last, we'll call it maybe 15 minutes or so, answer questions that you have. So please go ahead and put those in the chats. We have a lot of great questions coming in. Thank you so much, Diana and Nubue, everyone, for looking at those and helping out with those questions. And again, really, please, if you have those questions, now's the time to ask them. We love meeting with you guys, talking with you guys. You can even reach out to us individually if your questions are a little more private or you're a little shy about asking them in an open forum. That's fine as well. We really like having our cameras because when you get to the airport, you're going to be looking for us. Uh, so we'll be there to help you, but that's really why also we want to get to know you guys. And once we start having some of these other sessions down the road, we'll probably turn the cameras on for everybody as well. That way, we know who we're looking for when you guys come to the airport. So, in just a few more sessions that we have, we'll then turn on the cameras again, so you guys see us. You're familiar with us, but we want to recognize you as well, as we're all at the Salt Lake International Airport looking for each other for the group. Who knows? You might have someone from your same country that's going to be on the same flight as you, and you might be, oh, I recognize you, I know you, so you know somebody, right? And then in the airport, the ride to the college. So we'll start doing those types of things a little bit in the next few sessions. So anyway, good things to start looking forward to. We can't wait to see you guys, meet you guys, and just be around you guys. We know you bring a lot of energy and excitement, and I'm super excited for that as well. And please keep those questions coming. You guys are doing awesome. I really like these questions as well. One of them that caught my eye, want to learn Japanese and horseback riding. My major is psychology. Can I do that? Um, yes, you can. And they're considered elective courses, elective credits. So, but yeah, you can take them just because you're a business major or a pre-med. You still can take some of these different classes, right? Uh, to expand your knowledge, your learning, find more interests, what makes you tick. And yes, you certainly can take these elective credits. So that's definitely things that you can do. And as Deanna put in there, those elective credits, you do need some of those as well to graduate, to earn your degree. So yeah, we encourage you, take some of those fun classes that you're looking forward to, expand your horizons. You will need some of those anyway to complete your degree. So yeah, look through those courses. Excellent. Great questions, you guys. Keep them coming. Keep them coming.
Is it okay if I add something to it, Chris?
You absolutely can. Yes, thank you.
Thank you. And I'm pretty sure we've already mentioned this, but just to kind of reiterate to everyone, our main priority in our position here at the Center for Global Engagement is that all of you are able to become successful students, but also understand that our main focus is for you to understand, the process of immigration here in the United States. So if we don't have all the answers yet about, what credits you need to graduate or how to build a class schedule, that's because that's not our predominant focus. And so we will help you get connected with the Academic Advising Center so you can start that process. But at the end of the day, we also want to put some of that responsibility back to you all so you can start to learn those soft skills of becoming independent. So yeah, if we don't know if we don't know all the answers about credits and how all that works, just know that we're here to help you either way so we can both learn together. But our predominant focus here at the CGE is more on immigration as well as other fun stuff.
Absolutely. And you'll find out we do a lot of fun stuff here at the Center for Global Engagement, the CGE. And I thank Diana for sharing that. Absolutely. We want to help. We do have our primary focus as well with helping students come to Snow College, arriving here, but we also do have departments set up like our academic advising department, our financial aid department, etc. They will be the experts in those types of things. If you ask us questions, we will try and help you as best we can, but sometimes we're going to tell you, you know what, you need to go talk to the registrar, you need to go talk to the cashier, you need to go talk to your advisor. because they really are the experts in those areas. Okay? Excellent, excellent add in there, Deanna. So thank you for that. And keep the questions, you guys. Keep those questions coming.
So it looks like we have a question about what scholarships or job opportunities are available for international students at SNO, which is a great question, Joaquin. All international students, they are more than happy, and we welcome everyone to apply for the international scholarship. So if you have not yet submitted your essay for that, please send that to us over immediately so that way you can apply for the scholarship. The scholarship is $5,000 a year, so we split that up into 2 semesters. So one semester it's $2,500 for fall, and then for spring the next $2,500. And so the requirements we have for that scholarship is that students must maintain a semester GPA of 2.0. As well as participating in some key activities that we hold, such as International Education Week in the fall and the International Food Festival in the spring. So those are the scholarships that our office offers. For more scholarships, you can go to Scholarship Universe, which let me get you that link. And through Scholarship Universe, you are more than welcome to apply for scholarships, whether they be private or public, and you can find them right here. And for jobs, all of our job positions open up on August 1st for fall positions. And so if that's something that you are really interested in, we highly recommend that on August 1st, you start getting into Handshake and you start applying for the jobs that are available on campus. So also to remind everybody, as international students, the only availability that you have to work is through an on-campus employment, as off-campus employment is deemed not okay with an F1 visa unless you have asked for the permission from the Center for Global Engagement with the process of CPT or OPT, which we will talk about at a later time during another info session. So I know I keep saying CPT and OPT, but those are things for a later time once everyone here has arrived. So that is where you can find it on Handshake, which I could also put that out to everyone here. The one downside about Handshake is that in order to get access, students do need to be registered for courses for 6 credits or more. So if that's something that you're interested in and you want to start applying for jobs as soon as possible, then again, we highly recommend that you make an appointment with an academic advisor so that way you can get registered in courses and have access to Handshake, which is right here. Right. And here you are.
And while Deanna adds that information to the chat, again, a couple of very important things that she said. When can I start applying for on-campus jobs? August 1st. What do I need to do to make sure I can apply for on-campus jobs? I need to be registered for 6 credits or more, and I need to log into Handshake and Diana sent that link there of how to access Handshake. You will not be able to access that until you're registered for at least 6 credits or more. Well, how do I do that? I'm brand new. This is my first semester. Guess what? We've been talking about it all day today. Schedule an appointment. Schedule an appointment. Get that done. Talk to your advisor. Don't wait till the last minute. Here's the thing. Snow College, we have many, many jobs here on campus for our students. Okay? A couple hundred jobs actually for students here on campus. But also keep this in mind. We have a few thousand students that will be here in the fall. You can do the math. Few hundred jobs, few thousand students. You want to get in early, which means talk to your advisor so that you can, on August 1st, get into Handshake and start applying for these jobs. Because I guarantee you, if you wait, other students are going to do that. Those who are really motivated, want to go ahead and get that job, they're going to be doing it August 1st, or they're going to be doing it as soon as possible. Do not wait till the end. Otherwise, you might not get a job that you want, or you may not get a job for the semester or for the year because you waited too long. So again, as Deanna said, at Snow, we're here to help, but we expect you to be responsible as well. Take the initiative and make sure you've done the things you need to do. Schedule your advising appointment, talk to your advisor, get your schedule built, get enrolled in those at least 6 credits, hopefully more, probably full time, and get things going so that you can also apply for that job on August 1st. So, any questions again? Put those in the chat and we'll keep this open for just another few minutes here. We're just about rounding out our hour, so we want to be very sensitive to your time. And we know it's later, so please, please, please put any last minute questions that you have there. Like Deanna said, we will continue to have these information sessions. We'll do some more next week. And we'll keep this thing rolling all the way up until we're getting ready to say, all right, this is our last one. The next time we talk to you, we'll be at the airport, right? So super excited. Keep those questions coming. All right, it looks like we don't have any further questions at this time. So I'm going to give 5 minutes back to you guys for the rest of your day. Enjoy it. You're welcome. But thank you so much for taking the time to meet with us. We're super happy to talk to you. We're happy to be here and help you get one step closer to being prepared for your arrival here at Snow College. If you have questions, reach out to us either through WhatsApp or through email. We're happy to talk to you guys. We'll see you at the next information session. Go ahead and log off now. We appreciate it. We'll be shutting down the meeting here momentarily. Have a wonderful night, you guys. Take care. Bye-bye.